So if you're landing really laterally, this shoe may work a bit better. Hey everyone, and welcome back on our channel. My name is Alex, and today is a very short video just to share some quick impressions of the brand new Adidas Adios Pro 3 with all of you. This shoe was sent to me by Running Warehouse, and you can find this shoe on Running Warehouse right now. I will put the link in the description, so go check it out if you're in the US. Thanks Running Warehouse for sending this shoe to me. First thing to know, width of the platform increased in the forefoot and in the heel compared to Adios Pro 1, Adios Pro 2. A bit more inherent stability on this shoe, and we'll come back to stability in 1 second. So that was the first point, width of the platform. Second point, durometer score of the Lightstrike Pro TPE based midsole. This durometer score goes down quite a bit. Here it's around 26 on the durometer scale. Just to give you an idea, on the Adios Pro 1 it was at 29 and Adios Pro 2 31. So this drops quite significantly and the ride is indeed quite softer. So this is quite nice. Upper is okay, but yeah, I didn't really like it for my first run. I thought getting my feet in the shoes that it was a nice, very race type of upper. I found it a bit too stiff, if it makes sense. I mean, it looks unstructured, but you can feel the stiffness on your feet, if that makes sense. Especially in that area here, I had some friction, and when the material bends or tries to bend, it creates some lines, a bit harder lines of bent material. Hard to explain, but I think you see what I mean. And these were not very pleasant against my socks, against my feet, especially on the right foot. But I had the same on the two, which makes me think it was really something due to the upper. I tried relacing a bit, but it didn't change much. So that's for the upper. This little tab was helpful to put the shoe on, not as helpful as the tabs, for instance, on the Alpha Fly, but still, and I think it's a nice addition, but that's more visual. It doesn't change much the ride. Geometry of the midsole and of the shoe in general, very interesting. You see all the cutouts that you have here, the big cutout here that remains, showing us the Energy Roads 2.0 and the cutout here in the forefoot. I must say that the lateral bias is less present, so if you're landing really laterally, this shoe may work a bit better for you compared to Adios Pro 2. However, it is still present, and if you're really landing too lateral, I don't think this will work for you. Stability is, I think, similar to Adios Pro 2, with the difference being that here it comes more from the width of the platform rather than from the lateral bias in the heel. And last but not least, this cutout in the forefoot here, I think is a nice addition because you can feel it actually, and especially for me, pushing on the forefoot on the outside lateral side of the forefoot here when I'm pushing off, I could feel it, and it made the shoe quite snappier, if that makes sense, because it's like falling off a cliff. You just push because of that void area underneath you, and you sort of push, if that makes sense. So this is a nice addition. Overall, I think it's not necessarily an update compared to Adios Pro 2. I see it more like a new shoe in the Adidas line, basically because Adios Pro 1 and Adios Pro 2 were a bit stiffer, firmer, snappier, and more geared towards the 10K half marathon distances, in my opinion. This is more of a marathon racer, and Adidas could almost keep the Takumi Senate for the 5K, 10K, Adios Pro 1, 2, maybe more the 1, which I preferred for the half marathon, and this would come in quite nicely for the marathon. A bit softer midsole, a bit of a nicer roll, and overall, let's say, compliance with more running styles for the marathon distance, and a bit more of a leg saving shoe. So yeah, I would just put a big caveat with the upper. I need to retest it and see how it works. But for now, I'm not a huge fan of the upper. And that, very honestly, was a drawback that made the ride less pleasant and the whole run less pleasant. I hope you enjoyed this video. Quick impressions and a few things to know about the brand new Adidas Adios Pro 2. Again, go check it out at Running Warehouse. Enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride, and go beyond your limits. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.